It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings, next on Madden Football.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Time for an early game drive here as they look to hopefully set the tempo for the remainder of the game to come. They start the drive with Cook. A nice little juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 43. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Faison. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl, you're talking about a guy who...
So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big 3rd down play coming up for this defense. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 31 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a time. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like that.
2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Just inside of a minute here remaining in the 1st half, so the clock is becoming a factor. The offense has the football on their own side of the field.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before.
We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. 1st and 10, Taylor now. The great move couldn't free it. Taken down at the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Well, that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, what a catch there by Thielen.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play,
The challenge there is not going their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. On 3rd down, Ryan.
He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw again is Ryan.
And he's got Pierce.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. close. 52 yards. And the Colts use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one.
Touchdown.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Able to find Thielen. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well. All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.